All right, so 4, 5, 21, estimating to the nearest 10, and then put dash sums. All right. I wonder if I should put this way. Nope. All right. Make sure we have the date and the title. Remember, it makes it a lot easier to find it when we need to do a notebook check. I don't know why this camera's not working on my other computer. I'll have to shut it off and turn it back on later. All right, so let's look at what estimating means. Kind of like rounding, right? So estimating means to find a value or an answer that is close to the exact value or answer. And first I'm going to show you just with single numbers how we estimate, and then we will do some problems off of the assignment. So once you have the orange written down, put done in the chat for me, please. And Miss Susie, I think even though I got this working, I need my computer tonight, and I have a game, so I might just have her write notes longhand on the board this time, so I can take my computer with me. Otherwise, I don't know if I'll be able to come back in and get it like at 6 o'clock or whenever we're done.
That's true.
Yeah, so I think we'll just do that, but because I have to get it to work on my other computer, I have to download the program on there, so I'll work on doing that for like next time we have to do this.
Okay.
And all I didn't have plugged in was the actual projector to my computer, so that's why I couldn't figure out why it wasn't projecting. He goes, "Do you have it plugged in?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Your computer to the projector." And I'm like, "Oh no, that would help." So we got that now. That was funny though. I was like, that would be something I would do. All right, guys, we got this. Remember, tell me when this is written down. Everyone should be taking these right now. Maybe at lunchtime, Miss Susie, I'll try to put it on the loaner computer. It would be easier that way, so I'll try. Otherwise, I'll just have her do it longhand.
All right. Do you know who the sub is?
No, it's just a period sub, so I don't really know. They have one on campus today that's just kind of roaming for wherever they're needed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. And I hope they're familiar with Canvas. If not, then you might have to just, help the kids if they need it but all of them pretty much know how to navigate, so they probably won't need any help that way.
That's true.
Yeah, so. Okay, guys, are we done yet? It's not that much writing. I feel like y'all left me. Tell me in the chat when you're done, please. Oh, there we go. Now I got a couple dones. Okay. All right. Anyone need me to wait? Too many chords. All right. No one's telling me to wait. So let's say we're looking at the number 17. I want you to estimate 17 to the nearest 10. Basically, that just means, is 17 closer to 10 or is it closer to 20? because it's either going to turn into a 10 or a 20, okay? So the way you do that, you just look at, and I already did these notes, sorry, so they're already pre-done. We look at our number in our ones column, because that's going to tell us what's going to happen to that guy in the tens column, right? So remember, if your number here is a 0 through 4, it's going to go down, which means pretty much this number will stay the same. And remember, we replaced this digit with a 0. Now, if this number right here that I'm pointing to is a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, that's going to make this number go up. And we're going to the nearest 10. So since this is a 7, it's going to make our 1 go up to our next nearest 10, which would be a 2, right? And then that digit just turns into that 0. So 17 estimated to the nearest 10 would be 20. Does that make sense? Any questions? So 17 is closer to 20 than 10. If you can do it in your head, great. If you need to kind of look at the little number thing I set up, then do that too. Okay, in the chat, are we good? Do you understand? Say yes or no. If you understand or don't understand. Yes or no. Everyone answer me, please. Okay, we're good. And some of you, awesome. Everyone's good. Awesome. Okay. All right. Let's look at this one. So we want to estimate 54 to the nearest 10. Again, we're looking at our 4. So that falls in our first group where it would go down, right? Or stay the same. So that 5 will stay a 5. And then that 4 turns into 0. So 54 is closer to 50 than it would be to 60. Any questions on that one? Okay, let's look at 99. So estimate, remember, make sure you guys should be writing this all down in your notes too. Here, let me move my little thingamabobber. Okay, so we're going to estimate 99 to the nearest 10. This way. So write that down. And Miss Susie, there's going to be a bag of water bottles and masks in here. So for third period, can you make sure that everyone who comes gets one of the water bottles and they get 2 cloth masks and 2 disposable masks?
Okay. I thought it was first period, but okay.
Oh, are they only doing it first period?
I don't know. I thought so.
Oh. All right. Well, I guess we'll find out. If they haven't gotten any by then just give them some.
Okay.
We'll just do it that way. Maybe I just didn't read the email all the way. I'll look back at it in a minute. All right, so let's look at 99. We're going to look at the guy in the ones column. He is a 9, so it's 5 or bigger, right? So that's going to make this 9 go to our nearest 10, which would be 10, technically, right? 9, 10. Then our 9 here turns into that 0 digit. So 99 is closer to 100 than it is to 90. Okay, any questions? Can I turn the page?
So the kids online do.
Yeah, they go first, Lane. But then they also have, like, Group A comes today. So they don't have anything this morning, but then on Thursday and Friday, they would go to school in the morning online because they've already been in person. Does that make sense? So everyone gets to wake up early at some point. All right, let's look at one more of the single digits, and then we're going to do some of our adding. So let's look at, hold on, I got to move this back again. There we go. Oh my gosh, this thing is so, whee. I need more room here, you guys. Okay. Let's estimate 32 to the nearest 10. So someone tell me in the chat, is 32 closer to 30 or 40? What does that 2 tell us to do? Someone tell me in the chat. 30, Lane? Okay, does everybody agree with that? Anybody think it's 40? Only Lane's awake today. Awesome. It is 30 because 2 is any number below 5, remember, would make the 3 stay the same. And then we just replace that 2 with the 0. Okay, so 32 is closer to 30 than 40. All right, let's look at this first example. This is what our problems are going to look like. So it's going to say 45 plus 71, and it wants you to round to the nearest 10 and then add. So write that problem down like that. And then instead of scratch paper, even though it says it in there, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to have you write it out a certain way in the text box, and that's going to count for scratch paper and your assignment. So in the chat, tell me, does 45, does that turn into 40 or 50? What's that closest to? Remember where that number 5 falls. Yes, 50, right? And then what about our 71? Is that closer to 70 or 80? Okay, so now we have 50 and 70, right? And then we want to add it together, and we should get 120. So in our text box, when we put in our answers for this assignment, I want you to type in 50 plus 70 because I want to see how you rounded it, and then whatever that equals, which is 120 for this one. So that's going to go in the text box, all of that. That's going to count for scratch paper and your assignment. So I'll add more points to it or take it away if you don't get that, whatever, so that it works out. All right. Any questions on that, guys, on how we're going to do these problems? So your assignment will be worth something, but since I'm taking off the scratch paper as that additional 5 points, I'll just add it on to the assignment lane. That's what I mean. As long as you show me the steps right here. All right, let's look at this one. Let's do 92 plus 42. Write that down in your notebook. 92 plus 42. And then tell me in the chat what those numbers are going to become. So 92, is that going to be a 90 or a 100? And then is 42 going to be a 40 or a 50? I want to see what you think. All right, Lane says 90 and 40. Anybody agree or disagree or what? We all awake? Only Lane's awake? I don't know. I had a few of you for a minute there. Okay, so if we say those are 90 plus 40, right? 90 plus 40, we should get 130. So remember, again, in your text box, you will show all of that. If you just show me the answer, you won't get an additional 5 points. Any questions, you guys? Don't sit there and, if you're having trouble, let me know. All right, let's look at our last one here. Actually, I think I have one more after this. So 19 plus 44. Okay, tell me in the chat what 19 would be after we estimate it and what 44 would be. Let's try somebody other than Lane, though. That would be awesome, even though I love your participation, Lane. I really do. Anybody? Oh, man, Lane. Might be you. Who else is here? Mark. What about you, Mark? You usually talk more. What's that going to be, Mark? What's our 19 going to be? Why are you in class if you're sick? You can type, can't you? Since you're here, you might as well. Since you just typed I'm sick, I don't know. Who else do I have here? Who do I have here?
Nathan and Edgar.
Nathan and Edgar. They never answer me.
What about Sunny?
Oh yeah, Sunny. Sunny, what's 19 going to be? Is 19 closer to 10 or 20? Type it in the chat, man. Let's give Lane a break. Sweet. Okay, what about 44, Sunny? Is that closer to 40 or 50? Yes. So we're going to add them up. We're going to say, in our box, we're going to type 20 plus 40, and that would equal 60, right? So that's what I want to see in your work, you guys. All right, we're going to do one more. Okay. Let's write this one down. 26. I got to move my thingamabobber again. Whee. Okay. And it's like crooked as all heck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I hate this thing. It's like perfect for 1 minute and then it gets all funky. There we go. Okay, 26 plus 83. Write that down. Last example, and then you're going to start your assignment. All right. So our 26, is that closer to 20 or 30, you guys? Someone tell me. Anyone? I think I'm down to Lane and Sunny who are talking to me.
Yep.
30, okay. And then what about 83? Is that closer to 80 or 90? Awesome. So we're going to add it up. We're going to type in 30 plus 80 equals 110. Because we do have to do the math, right? We got to put that in there. All right. So let's look and see what our assignment looks like. I'll type one in one for you so you guys can see exactly what I mean. And